middle of Melbourne, and we're in this van that had like a dildo on the roof and no bonnet. Like there was just like this lady laying on the dash.
Wait, a lady laying on the dash?
Like a statue. Like laying on there like that. Had a pink dildo like literally in the middle of the roof, flopping in the wind. And we were coming out of Melbourne and all these trucks are beeping at us and stuff. I don't know how this thing was roadworthy.
Manifest Podcast.
Will Old, welcome to the potty, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me, boys. Yeah, appreciate it.
Bloody oath. Always happy to have a brother come on the show.
Yeah, I haven't been up here in bloody ages. I haven't been home in a while, so it's good to get back and see everyone and big day at the races and catch up with everyone. And
bloody, you got around that yachty.
Yeah, it was a big innings on the weekend. Yeah, definitely, buddy.
Looked alright.
A bit too hard.
Bit of a crowd, eh?
Yeah, shit, yeah. No, the Sunday was really good. That line party under the tent there.
Yeah, I seen. I picked up the rents from it.
Yeah, no, you drove straight past me. I was calling out to you, but I was
true.
Big line at that stage, so it's probably good you didn't turn around. But
I was like, just some bastard bloody carrying on.
No, it was bloody it's a good weekend, but it's good to be here.
Yeah, bloody oath, bro. We'll get kicked straight into it, eh? Bloody you just got your pilot license, bro.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm in Brisbane at the moment. Just studying that full time, like doing uni and my pilot training. So I'm almost done. Like finished uni in July this year, which would be good to knock that over. And then just starting my commercial side of things now for my license, which should be good. So I've got my first couple of licenses to fly. I'm just sort of just sort of poking away at it, trying to get the next sort of stage going and keep training and poking away at it. So yeah.
So with your commercial license, what does that require?
So I've got my recreational and my private. So that essentially means like if you want to go to a races or something and you want to hire a plane out from the airport, just bloody get me behind the wheel and see if we can't make it there in one piece. But so that's sort of what I've got at the moment. And then the next stage is just like commercial side of things, like industry standards and how to manage passengers and bigger aircraft and that sort of stuff. But
that's dope, bro. So how far are we looking at? Like how much more hours in the aircraft do you have to get to be able to start flying actual commercial airline jets? Yeah,
so currently I've got about 85, 90 hours in like small aircraft, like four-seaters. And I'm just about to start commercial training in a 6-seater. And I'd finish my training all up when I've got 150 hours. So I'm over halfway. And then after that, obviously, just try and go get a job. Obviously, I've got to go out west and build some hours up. Or I can't just jump straight into Qantas or else no one will be safe. So just go up north or out west and try and get my hours up and experience and then, step into flying doctor or Qantas or something like that. Yeah, so...
Yeah, that'd be dope, bro. Yeah. So when you say go out west, you'd be doing like that crop dusting?
Yeah, I really want to go spraying, but mum's not real keen on it because it's it's fucking pretty dangerous.
True.
Like
dangerous. Oh, because you're so low.
Oh, it's just low, mate, and under power lines and steep turns and whatnot. It can get pretty hairy. So mum wasn't real keen on that, but I don't know. See where the wind takes me, but if not, just mustering or Western operations. But the training so far, it's good. Like it's making me want to fly low and do some crazier shit than I'm already doing. So, because like obviously a lot of our trainings like emergency scenarios, like engine failure, you cut the engine off and you got to find a place to land. And
so you're just like just free ball and just floating.
Yeah. So you'll climb up with an instructor and you'll be sort of 3,000, 4,000 feet, and then he'll just look at you. And then just just turn the engine off, just pull the power off, so the engine stops and it's just quiet. And you're just gliding, and he'll just look at you and be like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Where are you going?
What?"
And and there's obviously some checklists you go through and sort of say it out loud and do your Mayday call and whatnot. And then you literally just look for a field that doesn't have a fucking sprinkler in the middle of it or a tractor or something that can take your wings off and try and get it down. And then once you're down, sort of 100 feet off the ground, and the instructor's happy that you would have survived it, he'll turn the engine back on and be like, yeah, you would have lived, or no, you're fucking dead.
Holy... What? So if he thinks that, like, nah, you're dead, will he still turn the engine on, or are you...
Yeah, no. You don't just put the bird down in the grass. Yeah. He'll say, yeah, like, well done, or, no, we'll try it again. but they don't really tell you when, because then you can sort of prepare for it. So they'll even do it on takeoff. So you'll just be going down the runway, and then you just rotate, pull off the ground. You're sort of climbing, and you're doing your checklists and whatnot, and then you'll just hear brrr, and the engine stops, and the instructor's just sitting there and just looking at you, and you're just like,
What a dog.
Dude,
Yeah,
they
you
got a
gotta-
death wish in
Yeah.
themselves, don't they?
Oh, credit to the instructors.
Did
eh,
you
mate?
did you see that bloke that crashes aircraft in like West Sydney? He like proper flew into the trees.
Bankstown. Yeah. That was actually the same school I'm flying for. But their school in Sydney. So it's called Bass Air, the school I fly for, and they've got a base in Sydney. And yeah, it's his first ever solo, like first time he flew by himself. And he was coming into land, and instead of pulling the power back, he pulled the mixture out, which stops the fuel getting to the engine. And yeah, just fucking put this plane straight into the highway and crash into a car, into these trees. And yeah, it's bloody scary.
He was on bloody Sunrise, and they had him in the hospital room. He's like, I've done worse,
Yeah, there's some-
Fucking way.
He was so laid back about it, He just crashed. Like,
some
how
wild
much
pilots,
are
yeah.
those light aircrafts probably worth? What are you looking
Yeah,
at?
how much does it cost to like rent them out and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's not cheap. Yeah, so the plane I'm in is probably new, like 450, 500 grand, something like that. But they get, obviously,
Fuck,
this
true.
is very basic, this plane.
Yeah.
Like, it's the low on the food chain for, planes. So, but it's still, $500,000 to sort of get started. But to rent them out, so it's about $450 an hour currently
Oh,
for
true.
what I'm paying
Holy.
for. So, yeah, if you just want to go for like 3-hour flight.
Oh, so you still have to pay the hourly rate?
Yeah,
Or
well,
your-
it's
or is it allowed in your uni course? Like the uni covers it, kind of thing. As a
yeah. Well, it's my uni and flying separate, but the flying part I'm on like a vet loan, which is like a government student sort of loan,
Yeah.
and it covers for me to get my commercial license, and that includes fuel, plane costs, like maintenance costs if I was to snap a wheel off or something.
Yeah, true.
It covers everything, and then obviously if you fail a flight and have to redo it, then the government sort of make you pay it out of your pocket.
Yep.
So as long as you're on the ball and you don't mess anything up, then there's nothing out of my pocket until I sort of start to make an income, and then it, takes it out of your pay like hex debt.
Wow.
Sort of how.
So
it works.
your hex debt is fucked.
It is ridiculous.
But in saying that,
It's
like
nuts. It's a
it might
fucking
be
joke.
it might be crazy big, but at the same time, as a pilot, you would be like
Gonna rack
your
it
salary
in.
is
Yeah.
up there, bro.
Yeah, well, I hope so. But
Especially when you get,
yeah,
especially
well,
when you get
yeah.
into like your commercial flying, like
yeah, well, not for a couple of years. I'll be on fucking peanuts, like shit money, and then when I sort of start to progress and step into more jobs and captaincy and that sort of stuff in airlines, and obviously the money comes with it, but it's a lot of hours training, like where I'm training at the moment. But it's like, if I'm taking off at 8 in the morning, I'm there at the airport at 3 a.m.
ooh,
Oh,
Sort
what?
of getting
Dang.
shit ready and
shit.
it's obviously way over the top,
Yeah.
a load of shit, but all the safety bullshit and
yeah. So you would have to do a full pre-start. You'd have to do an aircraft check, like pre-start your aircraft.
yeah.
Bloody, what else would you have to do?
Yeah, so I'll get there at 3, and obviously a lot about flying. Like 80% of flying preparation, I reckon, is about the weather.
Yep.
So we have to know a lot about meteorology and clouds.
So
and,
that when you get that through, you're looking at the whole weather for the day.
Yeah.
Whole forecast.
Yeah, so I'm getting where I'm flying. So I'll draw out on my map. It's all like old school how they do it because they want you to learn. So I'll get my maps and sort of draw what my route is. So like just say like Brisbane, Gold Coast, Warwick, and then I don't know, Sunny Coast, and back to Brizzy. I'll draw that out, and then you get these different sort of weather forecasts and see where you're flying and what weather's applicable to that area.
Yep.
And then you can get your winds and your speeds and do all that. That takes a couple of hours minimum, and then fill the plane up with fuel, check the oil, pre-flight check, and then just a lot of documents and safety sort of shit you have to go through. It's not as easy as just stepping into it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That is fully
Yeah.
what I thought happened, eh? Like you just went like, I want to hire this one. You do like the pre-start and all that, and then you're all goods to go. Just see you later.
Oh, it's a bit easy if like if you wanted to make me fly a plane,
Yeah.
you'd just rock up with a bloody
Yeah.
coffee in your hand and step in the back seat.
Yeah.
But there's a bit to go into it, but that's just because it's training. Once I'm done training, it'll be a bit more casual. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. So you're in Brizzy, you got obviously the main airport, but you go from Archerfield, which
Yeah.
is a bit southern Brizzy, eh?
yeah. It's yes, as you said, southern Brisbane. Lots of training aircraft. Like it's yeah, it's a whole lot different to the Brisbane main airport. It's a lot more training aircraft and people flying into there from out west and charter operations and skydiving and freight and that sort of shit. But yeah, it's still controlled like tower, so you're still talking to the tower every time you want to fly, and
you'll get a whole radar of all your airlines in the airborne, in the air, in airspace.
Yeah, you actually don't. So that's the thing. There's so when you're flying, if you're in controlled airspace, like if you're in Archerfield or like big airports like Sunny Coast, Gold Coast, even Gladstone, it's not controlled, so it doesn't have a tower. So if I was to fly to Gladstone, well, I don't think it's got a tower. I don't know. It definitely doesn't. No.
You know more than me.
Nah, yeah. So there's a thing. So when you're flying, there's a frequency, and it's called a CTAF frequency, and when you're outside of these controlled areas where the towers can see you at the airport, it's completely up to you. Like, you have to tell everyone where you are. So I'll say, you know, my call sign and do this radio call and say, like, I'm 10 nautical miles out of Gladstone. I'll be there at this time. And then you might have another pilot come back to you and say, oh, look, I'm over Curtis Island. I'm in front of you.
Oh, so you're actually talking to the pilots?
Yeah, you're talking to the pilots to establish an order. So you sort of, you have no, like, radar showing where they are. You just got to sort of, you got to listen and sort of, if he says, like, oh, he's to the east of here and you're to the south, and you go, oh, he's like obviously no traffic conflict.
And you'd also have to allow for, like, obviously those aircrafts are traveling at a faster speed than you.
Definitely.
So you'd have to compute that into the time range where they are compared to you.
Oh, absolutely.
So there's that much mathematical shit.
Like everything, like in a light aircraft like what I'm in, you were just like the airline's bitch. Like, you'll talk to a Qantas plane and they're obviously going 400 knots, which is 800 Ks an hour, and I'm going 100 knots. So it's like they're way bigger, you know, they cost a heaps to go around. If they say they're coming in, you just got to get the fuck out of the way. Like, you've got no real, you just got to talk to them sort of thing.
It's sort of fair enough, but
definitely fair enough.
Yeah, so they definitely have more authority. And then when you look at that, when you go domestic to international, does international have more authority over like your domestic flights, or?
Yeah, so if there was an airport where international flights were coming in, there's this thing called slot times. So they have, that's why when like commercial aircraft are delayed, it's such a big issue, because that's why if the flight at the start of the day gets delayed, every single plane at the end is delayed, because you have like you book a slot time. So if you're coming from, you know, Los Angeles to Brisbane, you're telling them that you're landing at 10 a.m. and the Brisbane airport's going, yep, we have a slot for you. And then if you get there at 10:30, then that pushes everyone back because you have like a time. Oh. So that's sort of how, that's why I'd never want to, it'd be so hard to land there in the plane I'm flying, because they just pretty much tell you to.
So that's why mainly like your Brizzy, Sydney and Melbourne airports, they have those delays are like 3-4 hours. Because someone coming from LA or Dubai or wherever the fuck they're coming from, they just fucking everyone over.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, no, it just wrecks the whole day, yeah. But like, for example, the other day I was coming into Gold Coast, and I was coming like over Movie World and Dream World and stuff. Yep. That's like a reporting point for Coolangatta Airport, which is big. They have Jetstar and all that. Anyway, I called this bloke. I called the Gold Coast tower and I said, "Oh, look, mate." It was obviously a bit more formal than this, but I was like, "Look, mate, I'm here. I'm over Movie World. I'm coming in." And he's like, "Yeah, I can see you. All good. Just keep tracking to the airport." I said, "Yep, no worries. Head there."
You actually touching on that. It was the funniest thing, Like, I pull up Snapchat, his Will's story, and it's like him in the aircraft, he pulls it out, and he's just flying over fucking surfers, man. Yeah. It's like, what? Yeah. And then you're on the bloody air, on the tarmac, and bloody like Jetstar, like you're saying. Yeah. Like, that is so dope.
Dude, we get videos in our group chat all the time of him just flying, and then he'll be like doing a tumble roll or some shit. Like,
yeah. But yeah, I was flying into Gold Coast, and I told him where I was, and he was like, "Yep, all good." And I was getting really close to the airport, like I could see the runway, and generally they talk to you before that to make sure you're all good and that, you know, you got clearance to land. Yep. And I hadn't heard anything, and I was sort of starting to stress, which I don't really stress that often. Like, I'm usually pretty chill, but I was like, fuck, like, he hasn't talked to me. So I just radioed him back and I said, "Hey mate, like, I'm literally about to land. Can you see me?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're currently in a foot race with a Jetstar and you're not winning. So can you just get out of my way?" Oh. So I just had to just go out.
Do you have like mirrors on planes somehow?
No, like you just.
Can you imagine that? Like, you had a mirror and it's just like, oh mate, the Jetstar. You're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, so he's just like, "Oh, just go around," which means just like sort of fly up and get out of the way. And I looked behind me, and this bloke was just coming into land. It was fucked.
So I guess in that emergency situation, you go up, or can you go down, or is it just
Oh,
like
well,
whatever?
because it was controlled. He just
scenario?
told me what to do. They'll tell you.
okay.
You just listen to the instructions and.
Oh man,
But
could you imagine that just pulling up and you'd like literally go jet star up your
Yep.
ass?
yeah,
Yep.
that was half frightening.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I guess like when you're at Goldie, their flight paths like they fly like you'll be at Cooley, you'll see them fly all the way around to surface, and they come in over Burleigh.
Yeah,
walk
that's
around
right.
there.
Yeah.
Pull up that
Obviously,
way.
it depends what way the wind's blowing, but a lot of the time they come straight over the beach, like past surface, and then, Burleigh. They go over Burleigh and then down to Coolangatta and land there. So
Yep.
That's why I was going past surface because I was coming from the north, and
Yeah.
yeah,
How good is autopilot? Like, is that actually a thing?
yeah. Oh, so good, mate. Yeah,
Oh.
it takes off so much workload. Like,
Yeah.
because obviously, because I'm training and we're learning to do everything so over the top, so we're ready for the workforce. Like we'll get up there and you have like these logs to say, you have like an A4 clipboard and you got to write all your times and your fuel and your how fast you're going and your sort of basic maths, and you're trying to do that and you're holding the plane with one hand and trying to steer it with your feet, so you got a bit going on. But then you just press autopilot and you can just fucking sit there and
No shot.
it's just
That
honestly it
is
is the best
dope.
thing. Like
So, like, when you're on, like, let's say, Brizzy to Canada, or Vancouver, or whatever,
yeah.
how much do the pilots actually do on that shit?
Yeah, they probably press autopilot just after takeoff and take it off probably 500 foot above the runway when they're landing.
No shot.
Yeah.
So they get paid
Mate,
massive
borders
dollars
batshit.
to to travel
All they
the
gotta
world.
do is take off and land, which is still pretty.
yeah.
But the way I see it is by the time they get to a job like that, they've worked their ass off
Yeah.
with no autopilot
Yeah.
for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So when
well,
they
yeah.
get there, they're just like bang, coffee. Obviously they got a bit to do, like monitor radios and stuff. But
Yeah.
most of the time it's autopilot.
And with flying international, every time you go into a new airspace, say you go from like, I don't know, Malaysia to Vietnam airspace, you have to like call in every time.
Yeah.
You bloody go into a new airspace.
Yeah, so there's like band. I don't really know too much how international works. But I know there's like band frequencies. So it's like, I don't know, Australian international will have this big band around Australia, and then once you're leaving that, you'll say like leaving Australia, talk to them, and then they'll say, okay, we're passing you to this frequency, which is the next sort of band, which might be like, I don't know, Fiji or like it just sort of, it's in, you're constantly in contact with someone, but you're not there the whole time talking. It's just sort of they know where you are, but that's all on radar, all that stuff.
And I guess like, I know you don't know too much about international. Say if you fly America or straight to America, like you have that massive section of the Pacific where it's just international waters. What's that? Is that like, does like so many countries cover that much space?
Yeah,
Or
like
is that just
I don't-
nothing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. You have this thing called a transponder, and it's a 4-digit code, and we have it in our planes as well. And you put in different codes, and then different people can see you. So when you're coming into Archfield, for example, you put 3000 in, the number 3000, and it pops up on Archfield's radar. But if you don't have that number in, it won't come up. So maybe for the international one, they'll have a code for when you're in that region, as you said, and then obviously all the radars that are applicable to you can see. I don't really know though. Yeah, I'll have to learn that. And get back to you.
Yeah. Fucking no, bro. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Man, I know, like, even when I went to Dubai, it's going back, like, 4 years, man. Bro, like, that airport, I think it's pretty sure it's the biggest airport in the world.
Yeah.
Like, neck and neck with, like,
I've heard that.
Bro, like, obviously they got the big Emirates Airbuses and all that shit. Bro, there's a plane or either landing or taking off. Like, there's no gap. And even when we were taking off, man, we were in the Airbus going to Czech Republic, and there was 6 Airbuses behind us waiting to take off, bro. It is unreal, man. That how like you go to Brisbane, like obviously they got aircraft coming in, but this like Dubai is always just constant plane landing, taking off, plane landing, and it's and that's the other dope thing. Like you're in Dubai because it's such a like central hotspot, like the
that's
central
right.
hub.
Yeah, Emirates. Yeah,
Which is like it's either a stopover or like actual like flying to and from. And like, bro, like you got flights, you're walking through past all the gates and it's like going to Beijing, New York, Kuala Lumpur, and like and all the different nationalities in the one airport, bro. Like first time doing international travel, it's just mind blowing, eh?
I want to go to Dubai so bad. Looks unreal.
Oh well, that's the only thing. We stopped over in the airport. We didn't leave the airport or nothing.
True. Yeah.
But bro, that airport is off tap, eh? Like it's just unreal.
I think everything in Dubai is just off tap. They don't
Bro, they're like 10 years.
Yeah,
they're
no.
like 10 years ahead of us, man.
Yeah. No, they're bloody.
Unreal, bro.
Everything is just at the forefront of development over there. I reckon, like cars and they're mad buses.
Oh, oil, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah.
eh?
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly
Enough
right.
saying,
Yeah.
So before your pilot license, you were doing. Were you doing your farming before you started your pilot license?
Yeah.
You were
So
working
that
out
was,
west for a bit, eh?
Yeah. So yeah, obviously graduated school in 19, and I just decided that I was just sick of studying. Like, worked pretty hard in school, and I was just like, I'm so over just constantly studying on the books. So one of my best mates, he got me a contact west of Gundawindi, which is a town sort of like 4 hours west of Brisbane, and on a big cotton operation down there, cotton farm. So I went down there, and it was pretty daunting at first. Like, just got to the middle of nowhere, had like no mates, there was no crew on the farm I was working at. But ended up loving it. Like, learnt so much. It was just all character building. Like, stepping into uni after having that year off.
Yep.
It's just so much better because you
So much
have
relaxing on your
like
mind,
real
eh?
life experience. Like, you're not just walking into. You see a lot of people at uni that just study their whole life, and they don't really have a grasp on reality. They just think drinking piss 5 days a week is
That's
normal,
literally
so-
college life. Hey, I swear, like,
Yeah.
people go college just to like get on the piss, eh?
Oh yeah,
And
Dude,
take
that's
the.
the
lot
only
of them
reason
take it for
I'd go.
granted. Yeah, well, that's why.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's all about balance, and I think the gap year definitely was. It was.
So that was one whole year you did that, eh?
Yeah, I did it from. It was like the start of January to early December.
Yep.
So not the full 12 months, but yeah, it was definitely enough. I was ready to get out of there at the end. So
And I can imagine they wouldn't make much like an hourly rate, but you're doing such big days over
Yeah.
time, bro. You would have saved so much fucking money.
yeah, I did save a fair bit, but it was it was hard work. But I think generally we start at 7 till 6 or 7 till 5. So it wasn't like crazy hours, but then obviously in harvest and planting and irrigating and the big sort of crucial things on the farm, it was just like there was no start or stop. It was just work until that job's done, and then you can get some sleep and then sort of get back into it. Like when we were planning, it was 12, 13-hour days.
That's big days in the sun, bro.
So
Yeah, well,
But-
I remember you used to send us videos and stuff, and it was pretty well you in like a tractor and stuff.
yeah,
a lot of
it
it,
was
eh?
machinery.
Yep.
Yeah, I was lucky that a lot of it was like earthworks and machinery, which I loved. That's why I went there and not up north, because you go up north and just sit on a horse for 12 hours.
Yep.
I have no interest in that. I sort of prefer machinery. So yeah, I was lucky enough to be on.
And they're all
Sort of
air conditioned
machines.
and autopilot too, would they be?
Yeah, most of the tractors were pretty modern, so they had
All your
auto
John
steer and air conditioning. But then you get on some old hunks of shit, and yeah, they were pretty
And
wild.
he used to send us videos of him just like another hard day at work, and he's bogged this big ass tractor
yeah.
in the mud, and
Yeah,
then
that was a route. Yeah, that was a fuck
Dude.
up. Yeah.
Oh
No,
God.
that was so one of the most stressful times of the year. They were planning wheat, and I was on sort of day shift, but day shift ended at 7 p.m. And it was in the winter, so I was in like it was dark at the end, and obviously I had fucking no idea what I was doing. I didn't have a clue, and I was just poking along in this tractor, thought I had it figured out, and then just sort of started to sink. I was like, holy fuck, we're going down, and then just bogged the shit out of this thing, and I was like, oh. Like my boss was just stressed out of his mind, like swearing at everything. And I called him up, and I was like, "Hey Tom, do you want the good news or the bad news?" And he's like, "Just tell me the fucking bad news." And I was like, "Yeah, well, I'm not moving, and I'm fucking bogged bad." And anyway, so he pulled me out, and then I bogged it again an hour later. So yeah, it was the longest
What was
day.
the good news?
There was no good.
Would have made it up.
Yeah, no, it was one of the biggest days of that year for sure. But anyway, no, I learned a lot, so it's worth it.
And like you obviously get to do like some mechanical work on the tractors and stuff, which is also
that's
Yeah.
awesome, mate.
machinery or
No, it was very broad, which is why I liked it.
Yep.
Because obviously they like to fix their own gear, maintain their own
Oh
gear.
shit, yeah. That's
pretty
so
much
good,
do everything themselves until shit hits the fan well and truly, then they'll call someone in.
Yep.
So learn a lot about mechanics and just operating business and like how farmers sort of operate, and it was good. Yeah, most of it was. Yeah, I can I still apply it today. Or a lot of the stuff I've learnt, it's been good lessons.
Yep. So you graduated at Rocky Grammar.
Yeah.
And did you go straight into that, or would you go uni for a bit and then you went into that?
Nah, straight in. Yeah,
Straight out farming. Yep. And then he did that for a year.
did that for a
2020.
year. Did that for a
So
year.
with COVID, the like farmers being farmers, they wouldn't give a fuck about.
Yeah, so it was
restrictions and
actually weird because my boss was so anal about it. Like he just, I don't know why he cared so much, because I was doing trips to the Gold Coast to see the Crumpet, see Layla, in Goldie every time, like every fortnight or whatever, and the restrictions were like wouldn't let me travel. Like I couldn't get there legally, but I still did. But my boss used to care so much about it. I don't know why, but we were the least affected. We were just isolated and nothing was really, other than the pub wasn't open, which was shit. But other than that, yeah, nothing really affected us. Like we still got food in via truck and could, But the only shit thing was there was no social, anywhere was the same, but none of the country races were on, no footy or anything. That's why I sort of moved to that region, because I knew it was a very social area.
Yeah.
But with COVID, it was just a shit
killed
fight.
it,
Yeah. But anyway.
And I remember you telling me bloody out there, you don't see a car for like every bloody, 20K or so.
Yeah.
You obviously do the old farmer
Yeah,
wave.
yeah, the wave on
Like
the
even go you even go Boyne Valley out here, bro, and they all wave at you.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
we go
just
there for
funny.
work.
It's un-Australian not to.
Yeah, and then you were saying you were back in town here and you're waving at everyone and your boys with you like, fucking hell, Will, do you know everyone in town or something? Eh? You're like,
no
I
one's
just
waving
can't
back.
help it.
Yeah,
Eh?
it's just like, mate, do you know everyone in this town or what? And I was just like, well, fucking, they're rude pricks. No one's waving back.
Yeah. Like, I always give it a wave, eh? You almost feel bad if someone waves at you. You're like, oh, do I know him?
Dude, whenever people wave at me, I'm like, who was that? Like, and I didn't know him.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, Gladstone gets a bit out of hand on Hanson Road. You're just like, so I think that's what he was getting at.
How annoying is it, like, you give way to someone, you don't have to, but you go out of your way to give someone way and they just drive off?
Oh, no.
Don't wave.
Pet peeve.
Oh, just...
You're
Why?
gonna chase
Just
them
2
down.
fingers, man. Just
Yeah,
off the road.
you
Yeah.
always
How
say
easy is it?
thank you.
Oh, bro.
Always.
It's just...
Mate, it happens
just
in Brisbane
un-Aussie,
all
bro.
the time.
Oh,
They're
bro.
just,
City pricks are...
just Asians or bloody, I don't know. Bloody, half the time they're on the wrong side of the road. But yeah, when you do give way to them, they're just, head down, just too arrogant to care.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, in Bali, bro, on the roads, man, everyone was fucking chill as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
Like, everyone
man.
gave way. Everyone was like, there was no road rage, man. Like,
Really?
and like over there, because you're on scooters, you're just weaving through cars and like you get in front of everyone. Like someone might be there and you just pass them. No one cares. Everyone's laid back, just chilled.
I want to go to Bali so bad.
Yeah, bro, it's good, man.
We got a group chat in Brisbane and it's been in the group chat for about 4.5 years and nothing's happened.
Never
One of
left the
those
group
classic
chat.
sayings,
it's
we'll
just-
just
it
leave
just-
the group chat.
Just won't leave. Like every time we get time off, like this week, we're like, let's go, and then just nothing happens.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to make it happen.
They just released, I've seen it on the news, Savo. Not that I watch the news, but I just seen it.
You do watch the news.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you
Fuck off. I don't watch the news. But they're doing like
Propaganda.
Vietnam Airlines is flying to Australia now, so you can fly Vietnam for as cheap as $200, bro.
Jesus, does it make it there or?
Do they give you water on the flight?
Does it come
You
in a
can
seat
jump-
or you just stand there and look at each other?
Just get boiling water, right?
Yeah. Oh, God.
No, I'd jump on that for sure if it's that cheap.
Yeah, bro. Oh, bro. Everyone's been going Vietnam, bro. Like, even my cousin went, bro, it's off tap, eh? And everyone we met in Bali, like all the British, like there's heaps of Brits in Bali, bro.
Yep.
But everyone done, like, they'll come down South Asia, like the Southern Way kind of thing. So working their way down, and they like finishing up in Bali. Bro, everyone like reckons Vietnam was the go, bro, because it's
Yeah,
so
cool.
cheap and so nice.
Yeah, because Bali's adapted because they know that their whole entire like income is fed from like tourism, whereas
yeah, that's
Vietnam
right.
they still keep everything like reasonable.
Well, that's the
cheap.
thing. Jen and I like, fuck yeah, piss gonna be cheap as, bro. Piss was the same price as here, right?
Was it in Bali?
Yeah, it was like
much.
if you did the conversion, it was still like $12 for like a spirit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, bro, it was stitch up. We were all like, and like, because Jed and I like abuse the piss kind of thing over there at the bars,
Yeah,
eh?
as you
Especially in that pool, eh? So yeah, finished up at at West, and then you went to uni after that, eh?
Yeah. Stepped straight into after the farming, I was sort of in a spot where I didn't really know. Like I knew I wanted to be a pilot, but I wasn't that keen on uni because I just hate studying. I'm just I hate the books and even with the flying, like the theory side of it, I just like it's good, it's relevant, you have to know it, but yeah, I just hated that. So when I finished, I was sort of after my gap year, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to go to uni and study something, but I don't really know what I want to study. I just know I want to fly, so. I just decided on a degree in aviation, like it's an aviation degree sort of thing. And that's sort of like the side thing to my experience at King's. Like college was the main reason I think that I decided to go to uni because it was sensational.
So what's aviations? What degree is that?
Yeah, it's just a degree at Griffith. It's just aviation management, and it's essentially a business degree. And then like some of my subjects are like aviation related, so I might do like a law assignment, but it's more like the law within aviation. So it's like a degree sort of in that niche. So it's like it's something I can sort of relate to, but it's not totally abstract. So
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
But King's was the main reason. Like
So King, that's like the biggest boys' college in.
yeah, so there was two. There was Leo's College and King's, and other two boy colleges in Brisbane.
Yeah.
But then King's sort of started to go downhill, had a really bad rep, like it was just completely loose and off the rails, and parents were hearing about that and didn't want to send their kids there, so they made King's co-ed. So now it's co-ed, and
also they full renamed it.
No, it's still
females
King's.
go and stuff.
Yeah, so
yeah, true. Because I know
yeah,
gotcha now.
Yeah.
So I know Sophie Duff even goes there, eh?
Yeah, she did. King's. She went there for a bit. She was there for the first semester in my first year, so 2021.
Yep.
And then she moved out, I think. But like Chloe Butcher, Lily Peachy, they go to King's. Did go to King's. And yeah, it's co-ed now. It's so much better too. Like I reckon, not that I've experienced the all boys college, but just having girls there, and now the numbers are full, and it's plenty of
all about the numbers.
Yeah, it's all about the study, mate. Yeah, but
wait, so is it like you have floors where it's all girls and then floors where it's all boys, or you just mixed? Like,
she's mixed, mate. It's mixed. Well, so they try and split it. Sort of. Like girls' floors or like girls' sections and boys' sections. Yeah. But because the numbers were there was so many more boys than girls in my experience at King's. Yep. So they were sort of like just scattered in my flat where I was, my floor. It was like boys and girls. So like shared bathrooms and stuff. Yeah. Stop smiling. Yeah. But no, it was definitely, it was the best experience ever. Like they have put on the best events, like cheap drinks, and the networking's ridiculous. Like future job contacts, and you just meet so many good people. Yeah,
all the footy boys go Kings, eh? Because I know they're like, when it comes to union and all your college like comps, Kings always bloody.
Yeah, it's got a strong ass footy side. Like, they do union and league, but it's like on like I think it's a 2-year rotation or something. So when I was there, it was just union.
Yep.
But yeah, their footy team's so strong. And then obviously Leo's is like one of our main competition because they're an all boys college. So. But it's obviously like nothing like America, what you see on the movies, but those college footy matches where your boys are out there playing footy, it's like such a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like, 2,000 people there or more.
Where do they play at usually?
Just at UQ, like the actual University of Queensland campus, there's a big footy field there.
Oh, so no stadium or nothing, just on the oval?
Yeah, so it is a stadium. It's like a proper footy field, and then they have like a stadium on one side that we all sort of gather there. We have our college mascots and shit going on, and it's unreal. But
war cries and stuff like that.
Yeah, all the war cries, and gets pretty heated. Yeah. But,
so how many colleges are there? Because you're all in is it Indooroopilly? Or is it? It's near Indooroopilly.
Indooroopilly. Yeah.
Fuck, that's such a fuck name.
Indooroopilly is like across the river. That's where I live now in a share house. But where King's, like where all the colleges are, that's St. Lucia. Yep. And I don't even know how many colleges there are. There's heaps. I'd say probably like 7 to 8 colleges there. Yeah. Some are all girls. Some are like, and then most of the others are like.
Do you just mix a bit other than the comps, or you just like you only do your comps and then you're just with your college pretty much the majority of the time?
Yeah, King's is really bad with mixing because there's just such an ego involved with going to King's. I feel it's like, and I'm just going to be upfront about it because so many people go to King's, and because it's co-ed and you've got the pool and you've got the gym and you've got the pontoon and everything's right there for you, there's not really any reason to go out of your way and walk to a college and meet people. But obviously you meet all those people on nights out. Like you'll all go to the same pubs and stuff, and you'll meet someone and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm at this college." And but yeah, Leo's and Kings have a massive rivalry. So it's like if you meet them, it's like petty as I used to never really care, just meet them and. But,
you'd be pretty laid back about it, eh?
Oh, I used to. Yeah,
that's just males for you, eh? All bloody thing, everyone's top dog, eh?
Oh, that's it. Yeah. So, but yeah, the whole experience is good. We had like college balls where it was like if it was a girls' college ball, like women's or douche or something, they'd like invite a partner from another college. So went to a couple of those and stuff. It's like such a good social experience. Like it's unreal. Yeah.
Yeah, meeting new people's the best, bro. For sure.
Bro,
Just the
100%.
Yeah.
I know I've been I think I've been a few out on 2 uni nights, and mentioned in the last potty that time we got on the scooter together. And rode from. It was Stocky's, eh?
You were shitting bricks, mate.
Yeah,
all you had to do was hold on. I was steering her. Yeah.
That's what I was saying, bro. You were like, couldn't even walk, bro. And you're like, right, I jump on. And I'm like, nah, you're kidding, bro.
Those scooters are just bad news. Like there's like a little pub right down the road from all the colleges called the Royal Exchange, and it's ridiculously cheap drinks, and it's like scooter within range of scooter ride. So obviously you go there and
in the morning everyone's parked up scooters out front of the college.
Everyone's got the neurons out.
Absolutely wok-eyed. And you're at this pub, and one time it was just a weeknight. I don't know what the fuck we were doing there, but it was midweek, and there was like four of us that went there, and it was like a Wednesday night. Anyway, pub shut. No one was doing lifts because they were actually like had real jobs in uni or something. And we're like, fuck it, we'll just get a scooter. So it was my mate and I on one scooter, and my other 2 mates on this other scooter. And we're riding back, and we were in front of the others by a long way. So we stopped and turned around, and we watched them. They were coming down this hill, and it was like a hill where it went onto bitumen, crossed the road, and then down onto the next footpath. And they just come flying down over the handlebars, just hit the ground.
Oh, no.
And I was like, there's a scooter accident. I was like, they'll just get up, they'll be right. Walked over, just pool of blood. And my mate swallows. I was like, holy shit. It's like pretty pear-shaped. Went over there and turned him over. His nose was just flat against his cheek. I kid you not. His nose was flat against his cheek. And he just had blood all out of his mouth and nose. And we were just like, fuck, this is actually serious. Like, this isn't funny anymore. Anyway, took him to ER, and he got broken nose and 12 stitches in his mouth. Yeah, it was fucked. But they do some damage, eh?
Blake
Ferguson. Some serious buses on those things.
Ferguson, 100%. Yeah, well, even that, what was that club called Family, bro? And I was in there, I was searching for you for ages, bro. Because
it is ridiculous. It is so busy in there. Yeah, it's like
I know when I was in there, there's proper ego. Like, everyone thinks they're fucking
mate, everyone in college is just so, they just head shut
just
up their ass. They just think that college is like, if you don't go to college, then you're not worthy and stuff. Like, you see it happen all the time. Like, it's just so
bro, some of those people need a reality check and get a trade.
Oh, absolutely.
Because, bro, getting a trade fixes you up. And, like, especially if you're going to school with an ego into the workforce, bro, you get tuned up so
100%.
Especially coming from trades. The farm for you.
I'm all for trades and stuff like that. And getting life experience, like that gap year. Like, you see so many people at uni and college, and they're just like, think that it's like a personality trait is getting on the piss and being at college and telling everyone you're at college, whereas, I don't know.
Oh, bro, honestly, I look at uni people and think they're useless half time.
Do not blame you at all.
And they all got mummy and daddy's money fueling them, whereas you went and worked for a full year to like gain enough money.
But I think it's like so important to do that because, I've got even like some of my mates that, they're like, let's go out again. And I'm like, mate, I just can't, like, it's too expensive. I can't afford it. And their parents are just sending them money the whole time.
Honestly, if you're going to uni and you actually like want to do your degree, like I look at my sister for the perfect example. She went out there, like had her social drinks, but like she's smart as fuck. Like
she's just there for you.
And she got there, got it done, and now she's already working at a what's that hydrogen plant next to Orica?
I don't know what it's called.
She's out there as an operator, bro. Like already getting her first house at like 23, bro.
Yeah,
brand new house, like
good on her. That's so
brand new I-30 and shit. Like she just gone there, got done. I reckon that's what uni should be about. But
definitely.
everyone else is just there.
You got to have the fun as well.
You got to have your fun, but like that's all half those cunts do. So
it is exactly right.
So,
you talk to so many people at college and they're not their degree. They don't even.
They just want to drop out.
Yeah, they don't even want to do their degree, or they have no idea what they want to do for a living. They're just like, I'm here for college, which is kind of fair enough because I was there for college, but at least my degree is like in my industry.
Yeah.
But so many people, they're just like, I'm doing a business degree, and then I don't know what I'll do after that. I'm just sort of here at college.
Yeah.
I'm just like, mate, it's a big expense. But
I'm art majoring. Yeah. That's when you know they're there for college.
Well, that's the thing that annoys me about uni people the most, how mummy and daddy are paying for the whole degree. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's when they go around acting like it's their money. Like they feel like they're entitled to I'm the what is it? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type shit, eh?
Yeah, no.
That's how often them act. I'm like, I'm like, man, the day I graduated high school, I was paying to live at home, bro.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And like from there on, like been paying for my own shit. Obviously, the parents have helped me out here and there, but I pay them back.
Yeah, yeah.
And like my
absolutely,
old
yeah.
boys never shy of making sure I do.
Mm.
But
that's how it should
and,
be
but
as well.
like and for sure, and it's a bad trait to get into. Like just like mum and dad will pay for that, eh?
Yeah.
Like it's a terrible trait to get into. So I'm pretty grateful that they maybe do that because like now I'm full responsible for my own financial. Like go on Bali, like and get on the piss, go festies and that. Like that's all your money as well as allowing for you know, all your food and board
yeah,
and
no,
shit.
definitely, yeah.
So
No, it's the same. Like I'm in a share house at the moment with 4 other blokes, so you can imagine how that is. But yeah, all of it's like paid for myself, and obviously the money isn't going to the areas that it should be. Like my power bill and stuff is going to like how many cartons we can get through a week and stuff. But it's like, you know, it's all relative because we're all sort of, it's all our own money and we're all on the same page with the groceries and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
So
Are
it's-
you part-time working?
yeah. I'm actually just started a business in Brisbane.
True, bro.
Yeah, it's like just cliche, but it's a mowing and like maintenance business. So I bought this. My mate and I was like, I want to like pressure clean driveways and houses and stuff because like I saw that it was like pretty affluent and did a bit of research. Not affluent, but like had some money in it. And anyway, so my mate and I was like, surely buy this pressure cleaner. So we spent literally $2,000 on the best pressure cleaner we could find. No jobs. And I was just like, I started stressing. I was just like, shit. But and then I was just like, I was doing Facebook ads and flyers and stuff, and no one was interested. So I had this big debt sitting in our garage just collecting dust. And I was like, fuck. I was like, maybe I'll just advertise on the like ads that I'm doing mowing and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So much work. Like so many people just
Especially
don't
in
care
those
about
cities.
pressure clean. Yeah, they just
Yeah.
want their yard clean.
When
and
you
their-
offer like a multi-purpose job, like where you can do
Yeah.
a range of things, people go like, oh, get a mowed lawn and you can do the driveway at the
Yeah,
same
that's
time. type shit.
exactly right. Like we started doing that and we had jobs like rolling through. We had our first job last week and it was just a clusterfuck. Like we got there and we're all excited. We're like, yep, self-employed, like first job. Got there, took all of our shit out of the back of the ute. Didn't even have a whippersnipper. We had a mower, secateurs, a shovel, and a rake. And we were a mowing business. And we rocked up to this job and this bloke was like, oh, you guys just starting out? We're like, yeah, kinda. And
What are you making over? What?
yeah. So we had this flogged out mower with 6,000 hours on it, and it hardly even started. Anyway, we put it all.
Not even like a self-accelerating one.
No, you're lucky to get the bastard started. Anyway, we got there and he was like watching us unload all of our gear, and I was like, Peter, unload all of our stuff. So it looks like we've got heaps of gear. So he put all of our shit in his front lawn and lined
Pulling
it
out
out.
the
It was
shovels,
just
he's
like all this manual handling gear from the 80s. I was like, who the fuck uses secateurs? Everyone uses a hedge trimmer these days. Anyway, I kid you not, this is what happened. So we got there and we said g'day to him and he's like, oh, you're just starting out? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, oh, I want you to start out the back. It's the worst. So yeah, no worries. So we grabbed all of our shit, took it out the back, but we left the mower on the front lawn. But he was home all day. Like he was home when we were doing the job. So we're like, oh, it's sweet. Like he'll be home. Like it's a quiet neighborhood, all good. An hour later, so I was out the back fucking chopping these branches that thick with the secateurs, like trying to get through them. And he was watching us like with a cup of coffee, kind of concerned. Who had he just
He's
employed?
just watching you.
And then anyway, so I was like, oh, I'll go out to the ute to grab a drink of water. Walked out the front, Mo was gone.
No fucking
Mo was fucking
way.
gone. I'm not kidding. Mo was gone, and I was like, oh, someone's moved it. Like Pete, my mate's come out and moved it. All the house owners moved it. So I was like, oh, I didn't think too much about it. I was like, oh, it's weird. Had a drink, came back out, started hacking up this fucking big log. And then Pete was like, oh, we should probably start mowing. I was like, yeah, where is that mower, by the way? He's like, oh, on the lawn. I was like, it's fucking not. I was like, it's not there. And he's like, bullshit. So I walked out the front, just hands on the hips, classic, like, just looking at the unfinished
tilted,
lawn.
like, to
Yeah,
the
just
side,
going,
like, oh,
fucking
fuck.
hell. Anyway, so yeah, that was kind of stressful because first job, lost the mower. So now we had secateurs, rake.
Oh, so
and
like
nothing else.
someone
So you don't know where the mower's gone?
Oh no. So we were like just sitting there, didn't know whether to laugh or cry. We're just like, fuck, we're not going to get the money we quoted for it. We have nothing except the rake. It's like his lawn is this high,
Rake
and
the
there's
grass
no being done. Anyway, so we went up to the house owner and we're like, hey, did you move the mower? He's like, nah. He's like, but I got cameras. We'll have a look. It's like, yeah, righto. So we checked the cameras and I saw a bloke with a work shirt and work boots, like in the camera frame, like coming to look at the mower. So I sent my mate, I was like, it's a quiet street, it's local, there's heaps of job sites around. He's wearing steel cap boots and a work shirt. He's obviously local around here. It's like, just drive around, look for our mower. So he went off. I kept looking, and then I noticed that there was a 15-minute break from when he first looked at the mower and then actually put it into his van. I was like, that's a long time. I was like, what the fuck was he doing, just staring at it? And then there was a job site next door, and I was like, oh, it must have been a delivery van. So I went next door and said, hey, was there a van here before? And he's like, yeah, there was a van here before for 15 minutes. I was like, he's got our mower. And he's like, oh, no way, I'll get you some numbers. So I ended up calling supervisors, and long story short, we got it back. But he was like...
So the bloke full flogged it?
Yeah, full flogged it, yeah. And he came back, and we were like... He pulled over, and he thought it was the funniest joke ever. He pinched mower, the catcher, and 20 litres of fuel. So we had fucking nothing. There was not a single bit of petrol burnt that day. It was all hand labour. We lost our only good bit of machinery. And he came back and he thought it was the funniest thing ever. He's like, mate, I got the 20 litres of fuel and catcher and a new mower. That was my lucky day. And we're like, yeah, fuck you, mate. We couldn't even start the lawn. So anyway.
Did you cut the lawn with the secateurs?
We started to stress big time. We had no gear and first job. And so anyway, that's keeping me busy. But when we lost that mower, I was like, fuck, this must be a sign.
Anyway.
That's jokes, bro.
Nah, I couldn't believe it. First job.
So you obviously got your share house of boys. Were they the boys that did your Melbourne trip with recently?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it was actually my second year of college. There was the three blokes that had that scooter accident. We went down to Melbourne for this big uni ball down there in Geelong, which is like south of Melbourne. It's a agricultural college called Marcus Oldham. And anyway, we decided to fly with Rex because it was the cheapest. So we're just like, what could go wrong? We'll fly with Rex. Out of Gold Coast to Melbourne. So the flight was originally for 2 p.m. So we left Brisbane at midday, went down to the Surfers, had a couple of beers there, waiting for our flight. Anyway, we get this message from Rex, your flight's been delayed till 7 p.m. I'm like, oh, that's all right. So we just sat in here at Surface, and there was this bloke sitting down at Surface, and there was all these people around him taking photos and like getting with, like, you know, talking to him and getting autographs and shit. We were all just sitting there trying to figure out who this bloke was. And we're like, who the fuck is this bloke? Anyway, we're just sitting there. Anyway, I ended up getting the shits, not enough beers to go ask someone. And this bloke walked away from a photo. It looked like he'd just fallen head first into a tackle box. Just had fucking rings and shit all over his face, all these piercings. And I went up to him. He was like, hey, mate, who's that bloke sitting over there? And who's that? Who's a bloke that sings? He's a fucking famous. What's his name?
What music is he?
Oh, like rap SoundCloud shit.
Oh, it was
Did I tell you?
yeah, it was the guy who smokes a lot of pot.
Chilling it.
Yeah,
Chilling it. It was chilling it. It was just sitting there chilling
True.
it. And I had no idea who it was, and he was just staring at us the whole time. Anyway, so we went down to the airport, and the flight just kept getting delayed. Ended up leaving at 9. So we're in the airport, and we were pissed as Nan's mattress. Like, we were fucking blind in this airport. We were so blind. Anyway, we got on this plane, and there was only 4 of us on there. It was us 3 and 1 person in this whole plane. And we're just like, we had this gay, like, hostie, like, flight hostess, and we're like, fuck yeah. We're just like, so as soon as we took off from the seatbelts
Wait. How big's this plane? There's only 4 people on it.
737, huge, like, massive Rex jet. And there was only 4 people on the flight, and we were just like, we're going to run a fuck. Anyway, so we just pressed the button straight away, and he came over. He's like, how can I help you? And we're like, we want 3 bottles of red wine and some snacks. And he came over and gave us 3 bottles of red, paid for it. And anyway, the whole like 2-hour flight or what it was, we were just sending him back to get red wine, just kept going. And he ended up coming back barehanded. Like, mate, we sent you to get red wine, what's the go? And he's like, you've drunk the plane dry. There's no red wine left. He's like, do you want a beer? And we're like, oh, fuck it, right, we'll have a beer. Anyway, just before we started landing, he's like, oh, well, you know, you're going to be really drunk when you hit the ground because the altitude, the pressure changes. So you get really pissed on a plane, you land, it's a lot worse.
Wait. So when you're in the air, you can drink more piss and not get as drunk?
No, you get drunk, but you don't, like when you hit the ground, it is like ×2. Like,
true.
Oh, mate. So we were up there and we drank the plane dry of red wine. Like, we had wine all down our shirts. It was just a mess. And this poor person was trying to sleep up the front. And we'd eaten all of his snacks.
You were just having a full fucking party in the back.
We convinced him to come out to Melbourne. This bloke who was serving us. And we're like, fuck it, righto. And he's like, we're going to get really drunk when we go down, so I'm not going to serve you any more alcohol. And we're like, oh, whatever. Anyway, we landed. You should have seen us going through the Melbourne terminal. We're on all 4s. We got out of the plane, down the gate, and we were just fucking locking the hubs in, just trying to get up this thing trying to get into the airport.
Escalator.
We were
Walking in the
holy shit, mate. We're trying to find our bags. And we were like, it was like a hangover scene. We were just like standing there trying to fucking.
What time's this? 11 o'clock.
Oh, late. It's like midnight. And then we got into the taxi. And have you been in Melbourne? How they do a hook turn? They do like they turn right in the left lane.
Yep.
It's like really weird.
Wait. I haven't been Melbourne.
So
the field in.
for in Melbourne City, for them to turn right, they get all the way into the left lane, pull out into the intersection, wait for a green light, then cut all the traffic off.
True.
It's real weird.
It's
What?
weird. It's
So
fun.
they have way to do
Victorian
Yeah,
shit.
it's so backwards. Anyway, I'd been to Melbourne and knew about this, but those other boys didn't. So we got into this taxi, which was obviously like $100 a minute. And I was like, find us a hook turn. And he just went around Melbourne and did like 6 hook turns. And I realised that we were paying for this taxi and it costs like so much money.
that. What did it come to?
Oh, I don't even want to know. It was ridiculous. So, because he just kept driving. I was like, sir, are you sure you don't want me to drop you at the hotel? I was like, no, fuck that. Keep driving. Keep doing turns. But, yeah, it was a big weekend, yeah. No, it was fucking
Well,
fun.
surely there's more than just the taxi ride and the flight.
Oh, yeah, it gets worse. Yeah, no. So we were at, anyway, so we had this big night out in Melbourne. And we met up with a couple of other blokes, and my friend that came with me organised this really nice Airbnb. We had like a splurge. We all went hard, like I think it was 6 ways. We all went in on it, and there was one key.
Oh no.
See where this is going.
Yeah.
And anyway, so we're all out, and then this bloke just smoke bombed. We had no idea where he went, and he left with the only key. Went up, left, put his phone down, which went flat. Went to sleep, and yeah, we were like. Anyway, we had this massive night and up in the strip. It was like 4 a.m. Like, fuck yeah, we'll go back to this nice as Airbnb. Sort of realised that we were missing a bloke and he had the key, and it all sort of came together. And we were like, holy fuck. So we slept in the lobby.
Oh,
no, we just
you're
kidding.
Passed out in the lobby of this nice as place. Airbnb was like a unit, so the unit complex had a lobby and there's all these like couches and shit. We were all just passed out. I was missing my shirt. My mate and I passed out in the mail room. You know how the big buildings have like the mail room with all the letterboxes?
Yeah.
We passed out there on the ground. And anyway, we tried to get to different floors and tried everything. Called the owner. She wouldn't pick up. I woke up to 7 a.m. to security and the receptionist knocking on for work the next morning, just kicking us in the guts going, oi, what are you doing there? We're in the mail room, freezing our ass off. Melbourne in winter, it was fucking freezing.
my
In winter
God.
too. Oh, and you were shirtless.
Oh, it was ridiculous. Yeah, and then we finally got up and just fed this bloke, and yeah, and anyway, so the next morning we were that off him, we were that shitty, no sleep, and we still had to drive to Geelong, and our mates from the uni had left this van for us, which they called the Tongan side loader. So because it had like the side door and they load Tongans in there, they reckon, but they had this van called the Tongan side loader, and they left the keys with us, and they're like, right, I just drive to Geelong. It's like an hour and a half. You'll be right. All of us were way over. And we made the bloke drive who had the good night's sleep that left us in the room.
Yeah,
We're coming out of Melbourne, and there's like this 8 lanes that goes around the port with all these trucks. And we get out there, and he's like just swerving lanes and driving in the middle of the road. We're like, mate, are you right? He's like, no, I've never driven in the city. It's like fuck, in the middle of Melbourne, and we're in this van that had like a dildo on the roof and no bonnet. Like there was just like this lady laying on the dash. It was the rarest thing ever. We made it there, but yeah, Jesus.
Wait, a lady laying on the dash.
It was like
painted
a statue, like a
what?
like a garden statue gnome thing, like laying on there like that. Had a pink dildo, like literally in the middle of the roof, flopping in the wind. And we were coming out of Melbourne, and all these trucks are beeping at us and stuff. And this, I don't know how this thing was roadworthy. It was fucked. And we're all just so much head noise. I got so many videos of it. I'll have to show you later. But we were just like coming out of Melbourne, like just like, oh, please get us there safe. We've got no sleep. Missed our Airbnb. Our flight was fucked. And yeah, he was just like, he'd just be driving, and there'd be like 8 lanes of traffic, and he'd just turn and just hear beeps and shit. And I've never driven in the city.
What?
But
Stay in your lane.
yeah, it was fucking hilarious. So it was a trip to remember, that's for sure.
You don't have to be like a full city driver to be able to drive in the city. Eh?
Oh.
It's pretty basic, man.
I think we were all blown way over, but there was a lot of head noise in that van. But
Oh, bro.
it was fucking hilarious.
Mate, I don't like. Maybe the driving was enough punishment, but like, did you pay for that Airbnb for one night, or were you there one night and you
One
didn't even
night
get a
sleep.
sleep in it?
Oh.
One night we tried everything, mate. We tried to get like
Nah.
every person that walked in, we were like, "Oh, what floor are you?" And that'd be like one floor above or below where we wanted to be. But
Oh, that's so you need to
It's
allocate.
a-
Yeah,
yeah.
so we're like, "Oh, can you just get us out? We'll go to the fire escape." Everything was locked. Like we tried all that. We're like, "Fuck it, we'll just go to sleep." So we just slept in the lobby,
Nah.
freezing our ass off.
Nah, that's not it, eh?
Nah. The driver's not enough punishment. That's
Oh,
like,
mate, it was
At
a weekend
least,
and a half. By the
like,
time we got to Geelong, though, shit started to go right. So
oh yeah.
Anyway.
Hope so.
Oh, you'd hope, yeah, period. Holy lad. So then you went Geelong and then got up at it again, obviously.
Yeah, there was
What's Geelong like? They got heaps of clubs and
so
shit?
nice. It's like right on the water. It's you know, the Great Ocean Road with like the 12 Apostles and stuff. Like there's a big scenic drive that goes out of Geelong, but nicest spot ever. And yeah, went out there for their ball, the pub. I just got a brand new sports coat and just caught fire to myself. You know those heaters. You know those heaters that sort of stand up because they had like it was like an outdoor setting gas heater. Yeah, that heaps of them standing up, and we got there early. And as the crowd sort of started to expand, like I was getting jammed closer and closer to this heater, but it was like 3 degrees. So I was like, oh fuck yeah, like I don't care. Awesome. Started getting closer and closer. Anyway, standing there, and I was like, oh fuck.
It's hot.
It's a bit warm. Yeah. Anyway, I just started a bit of smoke and someone could smell something. They're like, fuck, something's on fire. Turned around, I kid you not, there was a hole in my brand new jacket that big. And it just started smoking and it smelled so shit. So then I don't have a jacket for the nights, but yeah, it was just such a good trip.
What else could go wrong?
Oh,
Holy.
mate. Yeah.
That's what happens when you get 6 uni students traveling.
It was so dumb, the whole thing. It was funny, but
yeah, that's what makes the best memories, but
yeah, that's right.
Period. That is unreal. Good trip. I know I've had trips like that, but fuck, I don't think I've had a trip like that.
Nah.
We got back and we just couldn't believe how we were alive.
We had a couple of fuck ups in Bali, but not that many.
Yeah, or that severe either.
Yeah.
I know I've had a trip like that. Like I can't. It'd have to come back to memory. But yeah, bro, that's full on. Besides all the college life and the good times, what's the future manifestations, brother?
Mate, yeah, I don't really know. I'm definitely, trying to do it day by day. But I don't know. Just try and get my flying done. Yeah. Try and get this business rolling a bit better than getting shit stolen. Yeah, I don't know. Just try build a bit of clientele with the business and just keep flying. Try to get this commercial.
Yeah, bro. And like, how extreme do you want to go in your flying career? Do you want to go to international level?
Yeah, one day maybe. I want to definitely do the rural bush flying for a bit and do some crazy shit, and then obviously go more stable. And international is definitely a dream for a good airline. So it sets you up pretty well. So
yeah, bro,
that's the future. Yeah.
So 150 hours to get your full license.
To get my commercial, then I'm ready to get a job.
You got to do more hours. Is it 300 hours to fly domestic?
To get into QantasLink, it's about 700.
Oh,
yeah. Sure. So, but it doesn't take that long. Like a good year of flying will get most of that. So.
Okay.
A couple of years from now, hopefully QantasLink. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously you can't be any Joe Blow. Just like. You can't just get your hours up and like, oh yeah, I'm going to go international and then just start flying international. Like, I guess, so what on your resume that makes you stand out to get you that international job?
Definitely, I'd say the degree is like, that's sort of why I'm doing it for long term. Like if you apply for a job and you've got the degree, like definitely will help me. And just the experience, like that's all airlines want because, you're in charge of all those people's lives. And if they can see you've got the experience and the hours, sort of all they...
Can they also go off like customer reviews? Like not many people would bloody do a customer review on a flight, but obviously like your record of like, did people enjoy your flight and were you comfortable to fly with?
Yeah, they like, definitely. It's more just having like references from companies you've flown by. Like they'll call the reference and say, was he a safe pilot? Did he do his checks right? Like, is his logbook right? All that sort of stuff. That's sort of what's... Aviation's a real weird sort of niche area to get a job in because it's just purely experience. Because if they can see you've got the hours and it's in the right, areas and you meet all their criteria, then you're in a pretty good position. It just takes so long to get the experience they want. So once you have it, they're pretty happy to take you generally. Especially now, there's such a shortage after COVID because so many pilots retired because the industry just plummeted. So hopefully to get a job in the future won't be too challenging. But.
And with that, like obviously, because like flying domestic and all that, can you like pick what city you want to be based on, like live in? Like if you wanted to just fly from Brisbane to Sydney all the time, like you would fly Brisbane, Sydney, Sydney, Brisbane. Is that kind of how that works? Like, or they just throw you like you have to move to Perth, you live there type shit, or it's a good question. Like for QantasLink, for example, because it's so many people want to fly with an airline like Qantas, they'll just like you apply for QantasLink and they'll just be like, okay, you're based out of Sydney, you're based out of Melbourne. You can put in a preference, but at the end of the day, they have control over you because they know how competitive it is.
So they'll just say you have to move here. Like one of my instructors, he applied for QantasLink and he lives in Brizzy. He's a Brizzy boy. And he obviously wants to stay there. He's got family and stuff there. And they just said, look, you've got the job, but it's in Sydney. Do you want to take it? And he's just like, yeah, I'll take it. And he's just moving his whole family down there. But obviously you do like 2 years in it and you get a bit of authority in the company or whatnot, a bit more senior, they'll be like, oh, okay, you want to go back to Brisbane now because you're more experienced. But when you're first starting out in airline jobs, they'll just be like I've got mates moving to one of my best mates just moved to Wagga Wagga to start his cadetship down there for Rex, and people moving over to Dubai for Emirates. Like it's just, you sort of have to be malleable and be able to go wherever in the first sort of part of your career. But yeah, I'm pretty open to that. Like,
I guess, if you fly for Emirates, they're all going to always base it in Dubai, or can they base it
I think you can, you're based in Dubai, but it's like a roster, so you can go home for 2 weeks and they'll pay for the travel home and then you come back, and so they sort of like work in with you. Like if they know your whole family's in Australia, they're not going to be just like, okay, live in Dubai full time. Like they do rosters like 4 weeks on, 4 weeks off.
Actually, I was going to also ask that, like with flying, like is it like you do 7 days straight of flying, then you have 7 off type thing, or?
So QantasLink and domestic flying, as you know, goes every day of the year. Like you can get a flight from here to Brisbane on Christmas Day, or Easter or something. So it's like police, like they have to work all day, every single day of the year. So they have like rosters. It'll be like 4 on, 3 off, or something like that. And it just it could be just bad luck that it lands on Christmas or New Year's or something. You can't really control that. But then international, it's so cruisy. You fly like twice a month, because commercial pilots have like, you can't fly over a certain amount of hours a year, and because their legs are so long, like LA to Brisbane, I don't even know how long that is, like 16 hours or something. They do like 2 flights a month, and they've already reached that maximum. So then they just have the rest of the month off.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so that's
travel the world,
and they're getting paid to travel the world. But like, obviously, it takes a long time to get there, and but
on autopilot though.
That's right. Yeah, but so like international have those benefits where you talk to a lot of international pilots, and they're like, I've flown twice a month, 3 times a month. It also depends how long the legs are. If you're just going from like Brisbane, Fiji, Vanuatu, that's a lot shorter.
A bit different, but definitely.
It all depends, but that's what I want to end up in. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. No, that's awesome, bro. Like you're probably like one of the only blokes I know doing it, and it's honestly that's sick, eh? Like,
thanks, mate. Yeah,
freaking awesome,
keep
bro.
Poking away at it.
Yeah, flying a full fucking massive jet around, bro.
Yeah,
have to get us some cheap flights in there.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Can you do that? Can you
Yeah. Once I'm employed by Qantas or something, you definitely get cheap benefits.
Yeah. I know who I'm hitting up. Yeah, for sure, bro. Have to tear us up.
Yeah, for sure.
Just call out. We'll just flying to Europe, bro. Just stitch us up. Quickies.
I'll fly. You can bring me rums to the front or something. Yeah.
We just sit in the cockpit the whole time.
Yeah.
It's real first class up there.
Actually, do you know not much about that? Like, obviously after 9/11, because obviously they didn't have much. It wasn't very secured, I think, to get to the cockpit. With that now, with all that, like, they did that massive changeover, even with like border security and shit, all the screening. How they do that with all the aircraft? Do they have to like renovate every aircraft in like, say, like a 3-year period, that have to have this certain standard of security door?
Yeah. So after 9/11, obviously security just went ridiculous. And they had, like the cockpit doors just got immediately hardened and bulletproof. So it's pretty much like once those international flight doors especially are locked, it's like you can't get into them. Obviously before 9/11, you could just get the hostie out of the way and just open the door.
True shit. Was it that easy?
Oh, essentially, like it might have been locked, but the doors weren't made to keep people out. They were just a door.
Yeah.
So, but now they're obviously
full sealed. And everything,
it's a lot more strict.
Yeah, they'd be like bloody air sealed and type shit, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, but and like pilots, they can't eat. Like this is a 9/11 related, but they can't eat the same meal. So like on your like domestic flights, when the flight hostess like comes to the front and brings them a meal, it's different for the pilots in case.
So they have different kitchens as well.
No, not different kitchens, but like just different meals in case like one of them has a reaction to like off cheese or like food poisoning, and one goes down the other bloke.
It would definitely be nicer food.
Like than the passengers it would be, I assume. 100%. Yeah, I don't know too much about it, but I know that's for a fact.
Yeah, I just thought that would be like a huge operation. Like every aircraft would have to have a certain standard of like security type air sealed door.
Yeah, well, there's
I think
actually a lot more because once you're on the plane, it's sort of too late. Like a lot of it was in the airports, like the airport security. That was where the main investment was, like all the customs and the X-raying and all that. Because if they can get a bomb onto the plane, when it's on the plane, it's already sort of,
it's too late.
But yeah, as you said, the cockpit doors are definitely like introduced and other stuff,
yeah,
and like air marshals flew on the planes, like undercover police officers and stuff. But
Is that a part of your course too, like terrorist attacks? Is that a part of your program as well? Where you do
not so much
an
my
event?
flight training, but in uni we sort of touched on it, like aviation security, and it's just like 9/11 and the new like.
What do you have to do? Like, say if someone did manage to get some sort of weapon on board and they're threatening to kill everyone, you just have to find the closest airfield, or like obviously airport.
Put the bus in a headlock and pray, I suppose.
Yeah,
I don't know. You'd have to just declare an emergency and just I don't know. Yeah, get
it's
it
just
down.
those
Yeah.
situations, like bro, like
Yeah, you'd hope that never happened, but yeah, who knows? Could happen.
Such big can of worms, all that stuff.
oh yeah,
That's
bro,
it.
it's honestly fucked up, but. Yeah, bro. Thanks for coming to the potty.
Thanks for having me. No, it was good fun.
Unreal potty.
That was
No,
awesome.
thanks for having me. Appreciate you, boys. Yeah.
I was full locked in that whole potty,
Yeah.
bro. So
I'm glad. Yeah.
Unreal. I was entertained.
yeah, bro.
I'm glad.
That's what I want to do with Jet is like just reach people of like all different like fields, whether it's sport or work, and just learn shit, bro. Like just learn, just build up knowledge for like us and even our audience, that even our like solid listeners and all that. Just like get that range of knowledge, bro. So yeah, bro, you've definitely ticked off the pilot section for sure.
No, thanks, mate. No, I'm happy to be here. Yeah, thanks for having me.
No, that was unreal. Thank
Thanks,
you very
boys.
much.
Thank you very
No
much.
worries.
Remember, get your packet of Easy Celts from your Dorsey's, or you can look it up wherever you can get them from. But other than that, cheers for listening.
Thank you.
Peace.
Manifest Podcast.